Uh, Hello, it's someone there? Sorry guys, I'm having some problems with my connections and some stuff here with the transmission. You can say something so I can see if it's working or not. So guys, I'm not so sure if I'm online right now. It doesn't say here. Seems like I'm online now. Sorry about this because it was something that might catchy. I don't know what was happening. So let's just start this now. And I'm doing this because, well, it's the last day before Christmas, and probably people are already trying to make their stuff to start Christmas and stuff. And the game still gave us a new event. It's a farming event for Christmas, guys. Just what we wanted, just what we always like. So I'm here to just try to talk about these new characters, this new event, and celebrate Christmas with you guys so we can talk about some stuff. So it seems like I can't really see what your guys typing. I don't know why. It's something that I don't really understand. Why is it happening? But I'm here and well, as you can see, it's Lenneth F, a new version of Lenneth F. She doesn't really look like Lenneth F. I don't really think she looks like, but I really like this character here, and I was waiting for this character to appear because it's a very good character. She's a character with 2 elements, and I love characters with 2 elements. So the other character is Christmas Frey. I don't really like Christmas Frey. I don't mind about her. I really don't want her to appear on my summons. And this is the moment where I'll start using my silver tickets because I really like this no maiden Lenneth F, and I'll try to summon for her. So please just bear with me if it's not appearing some of the chat box, I will just click here and try to see if there's something that I can do. But in the meanwhile, I will just be reading your guys' questions on my cell phone and just try to reply as soon as possible. Let me see if there's something here. No, still no. Well, you can see that this girl here, she has the same status, almost the same for physical and mag attack. Her defenses are on average levels. She is just very important because of these two elements. It's not Holly and Ice, it's actually Holly and Fire. And Fire is an element I'm lacking some damage. I do have Eventide Hakuri, I do have Mercurius, I can build him. And besides that, I only have Arnegreen, but Arnegreen is for tanking, it's not for damage. I think she's a very good option for me in the future. And she has a very nice and specific thing that she can increase even more Holly and Fire action skill damage. She's very, very similar to Eventide Hakuri. She's like a bow version of her. And that's actually very nice because we don't have many bow users that are good. Let me just go and see if I'm still alive because it doesn't seem to be for me. So I will just have to close it down and open again. It's a very strange thing that this is happening today because we didn't have any problems yesterday with this stream. So besides this, you can see that there's the two new weapons as well. Two new weapons, and let's just check it. It's a bow. It's a very good bow actually. This one won't be upgraded to maximum damage because its one was just before the start of the third generation. But it's a very good bow because it has this thing that it can, for one turn, increase Holy Purify attack damage by 30%. It's very strange to have this because... welcome back to my channel. Actually, this one is for Purify attack damage. I don't really like this type of buff because when a character has this by themselves, it's a very better buff. So wait me just for a minute here so I can check some stuff. Yeah, now I can see you guys. Sorry guys, I was not hoping it was not working. Santiago is asking me, should I waste my gens on Lenneth F or wait for return banner? I think that Christmas characters will have less options to be returned, especially they can appear in special banners like that one that we spent 10,000 gems and we could choose some characters. I think they will appear on the type of banners. But besides this type of banners, I don't think they will appear as much as you think. So let me see here. Yeah, you are online. Sorry guys, I was just not seeing the chat box. It's still not appearing for me. It's a problem with the program I'm using, the software I'm using. Great chair design and good status, but it's a good idea since she's an archer. Yeah, this time it's a good idea, just because this character here, it's like I said, she's just like Lenneth F. It's very, sorry, Lenneth F. Just like Eventide Hakuri. And Eventide Hakuri is just a character that just operates very well on two elements, and she just gets both attack and magnet for doing the same damage with both types. You still have that bad defenses like most bow users have, but she, in her case, is not that bad like some other are. Yeah, usually bow users are trash, but in Japanese, this character here was considered the best among them all for quite a lot of time. You can see that the Japanese players still like her because they still give her a 10 grade. It's still one of the few bow users that is still so strong that is still usable on that regard. They probably didn't update her because I don't think she's still deserving a 10 out of 10, but at least she's a 9 or 9.5 because, well, the thing is, resources are very scarce in this game, and if you can choose a character that has two elements and upgrade it to the max, it means that you're actually working on two characters at the same time. So what happens is just that there's this, you'll be using a character for two types of content. Most of the time, the events have two weaknesses. So it's usually a combination of two elements, and most of the time it's either Holly or either Fire. It will be just way to get her into use. Most of the time I'm using my Eventide Hakuri like 60% of the events, because it's either weak to Fire, sometimes it's to Ice, but when it's not, I can still use her because she's maxed and everything on her potential board as well. So having a character like this will just help you with this type of thing. Another thing is that she has Holly and Fire Elemental damage increase, and we have the Sacred Compass. Sacred Compass is just very good. That bow that I recommended you guys to get from that banner. Let's just go there. Sacred Compass is just very nice on her if you don't mind trying to get her burst damage. So wait a minute, let me just move a little here. Yeah. So let me go to exchange boots so we can talk more about Sacred Compass again. She also has very high number of hits. She can blind very well with Sacred Compass because it will be her first weapon. You can see here, let's just search for it. I know a lot of guys are getting Avenger's Word because Avenger's Word is quite nice, guys. You see he said Sacred Compass. She using this as a main will be very easy to use. She will just be one of the best options on Holy Elemental squads. Even more with Awakened Lenneth, she can be used alongside as well with Divine Wildfred. I don't even remember his name, but I think it's Divine Knight Wildfred or something like that. So let me see if there's more questions here. I guess the thing is, if you have either good Holy or Fire weapon, you should try your luck. I have Soloetics, no, I have that Heretic Bow. I can also use Heretic Bow with her. It's not the best weapon because even this other bow here, Hawkeye, is better for her because it further increases her fire damage. And Heretic Bow just gets more Purified Bar when being attacked. And it's not something that you want to be attacked with a bow user, it's just like suicide. So let me introduce again, guys. Sorry, I don't know if I was watching everyone saying some stuff. So, welcome to the channel. Hello, guys. I just wish you have a good Christmas. I'm here just to say that to all my subscribers. Thank you for coming to this live stream. It means a lot to me. I'll probably do another one tomorrow, but probably on a different time. This one is just because I'm just leaving my house for the Christmas, so we can have a celebration with family and stuff. And how about you guys? What are you doing here today? Will you celebrate Christmas later? Are you on your house? Are you traveling the world? I wish I was traveling the world, but not exactly on Christmas. Could be on the New Year. So, hey Victor, thank you for saying hello. I'm pretty fine. Today is a good day. We'll be going to my mother-in-law house to celebrate Christmas, and I'll probably sleep there and come back on the next day. There's a lot of food here. My wife just cooked some stuff. We will be going there. So the only problem is just that we have to spend like 35 minutes of Uber because we don't have a car. So I don't know if it will be pricey. They all usually cost a lot here. How is she better than Bright Platina? Taking back on, let me go to talk again. She is not exactly better than Platina, and that's the most interesting thing here. It's just that Platina will do more damage. Platina has a little different type of sports, but the difference between the damage output of Platina and this Lenneth is not so much for you to don't consider the utility of this one is most of the time better. So let me just open this girl again so we can open also Platina so we can discuss. Actually, the most impressive thing about Lenneth F, Snow Maiden Lenneth F, is the two element things. And also that all of her passives are interesting. You see she will increase both Holy and Fire and 5 mag damage. The same thing as Eventide Hakuri, it's just a Carbon Combi. And she has this for 2 turns increase on Holy Fire damage output. So if you have a maxed weapon, this girl here will be very good in dealing damage, very close to Eventide Hakuri. But Platina actually has a better Purifying Gouge increment, I think. I'm not so sure because I didn't look on Snow Maiden F output for Purify attack. But I think they are very comparable on this regard. But I still think Snow Maiden Lenneth F is just more easy to use for 2 type of contents. But let's just give a look on Platina as well, because Platina, I I don't really like the like I said already, the bride events and this type of stuff on the game. A lot of people are just saying the same thing on Facebook. They are kind of tired of this. But let's just go and open Platina again so we can see more things about her. The thing is that both Platina and Brune Lucian, they are characters displaced in time. They shouldn't be coming just here, and they are a little stronger than they should be because of this. And if you consider all the maths behind how calculations are done, Brune Lucian is even stronger than Eventide Hakuri. At least on his element, at least on fire, when competing with a fire Eventide Hakuri. But the thing is, he won't have the same diversity, he won't have the same burst damage when using action skill damage, but in average damage he can get the best hang of it. You can see that, and I still prefer Eventide Hakuri because she gets more Purify Gouge. It makes a difference, kinda makes a difference. And so you can see here, he kind of loses his third passive because he increases guard hate and a burst of experience increase. Not that guard hate is bad, it's actually important on super bosses. But I don't think he can defeat her on burst damage on the third turn. The third turn for Eventide Hakuri is better when compared to this Lucian. But most of the time Lucian will do more damage than Eventide Hakuri. But the third generation, there is this thing, guys. Almost all characters from the third generation, that means that all the characters that we'll be getting from now are useful in some manner. They are not there. There's no useless character. On the second generation, there was kind of some number of characters that were not that good. They didn't fit or just outclass someone. So the other problem with the Lucian, and that it comes with the terrible incant skill. You have to replace it. Meanwhile, Eventide Hakuri does come with a usable incant skill, but it's still better for you to get an AS burst incant skill for Eventide Hakuri in the future. I was just increasing my normal attack on the ice that she comes, but I do think that AS burst is better in the future. Happy Christmas, Armando Santos. Thank you for coming by. I really like your videos, they're very informative. Thanks, Victor. I really try to explain the best I can, so this is it. Yeah, I like more time to farm gems every time. I do get why people are tired of wearing banners because it seems to be out of nowhere. Yeah, it's just because the Japanese players do like this type of stuff. They, like I said in a past video, I was discussing this on Discord, that exactly Japanese people marry anime girls. It's a little strange, a little too strange for me. Not that it happens with most people there, but it does happen. And some people that probably have some very imaginative thoughts about characters, and they do like this type of stuff. There's even figurines that have bride and groom stuff. So a lot of I saw one video a lot of bride figurines with action figures, and there's these people that collect them. So I think there's this just like a niche, something for Japan, and a lot of people summon for these characters. I think Lucian looks like a teen on this. I do think this was on purpose, because the Lucian that falls in love with Platina was a little younger. So I think they tried to make this Lucian appear like before he finally found Valkyrie. So this is like Lucian before Valkyrie. But I didn't watch the story yet because I was kind of not caring about it. But I will just watch it and post on the channel soon. And yeah, a lot of they like their waifus and who is bandos. Yeah, that's probably this. And this is why it's something that kind of worries me a lot, because most of the time they trying to do this type of stuff besides trying to create characters that should have been created. Most gacha games have way more female characters than male characters, and this worries me a lot. Just because they seems to be falling on this mentality that people don't want male characters anymore because there's this waifus everywhere. So, but gachas is not my thing anymore. As soon as Valkyrie Anatomy is over, I do hope this game keeps being active and going on for quite a lot of time. But as soon as this game ends, I won't play another gacha unless there's some very good opportunity for me on my channel, and I will try to do it. But I didn't say to most people here yet, but I did stop playing Last Claudia because Last Claudia was just trying to take too much time from my life. I don't want this. I don't like this type of stuff. Volcano Anatomia is still very good because I can just burst time on it when I do have it. When you have 327 AP points, you can just plan when you want to play. You have like 16 hours for it to refresh. It's quite a lot. More Christmas tree farming in the new event. Yes, Santiago, I saw that as well. I just want to get some weapons at least. If I don't get this version of Lenneth, I will still want to use the weapons to reduce my farming because the farming will be very intense. I will probably make a video to summon these characters as well. Had the word iPhone makes me cringe so bad. Yeah, it makes me cringe as well. Yep, more Teddy's Gradings farming and Facebook comments are a bit annoyed by it. Yeah, I saw a lot of people, people also posted on Discord that there's a lot of people angry with this. It's strange because it's not exactly, here on Brazil there's this month that it's called the month for the bride. It's usually on July. July is the month for the bride, so they kind of make some celebrations, and a lot of shops have the reduced prices. A lot of people marry on this month, so I was expecting this type of event to have a certain period of time, just like they do with Valentine's. Valentine's is another thing that you guys won't like it because there's a lot of characters with Valentine clothes or such a thing, and it's strange, guys. But at least they don't usually make a meta character out of this type of stuff, fan service. But they do with Aelith. A lot of people know that Summer Aelith is the best, one of the best things available. She can even beat Fang Arnagrin. Summer Aelith, a girl in bikinis on Sweet, and she can defeat a full-fledged armored Fang Arnagrin in some regards. It's very strange. Someone's videos like, did you guys farm it a billion times over? So many items. Yeah, I'm farming a billion times over. A lot of things, like me just say here. I have a billion times over, but not so much. I don't have that many things. So let me just check here. You can see that I still have a lot of things to farm. I was actually finishing some of my farming of the other event because I didn't even finish the farming for the Covenant of Sin. I still had things to get, but Holy Nine starts finally getting the end. I'm finally getting to the end of it because I got most of the things I wanted. You can see I don't care about the clothes or costumes. I don't care about it. So I only have to farm this weapon here so I can trade for Divine Fragments. I'll just speak on Portuguese here to talk to some of my subs. Luiz Carlos, não é que eu não estou fazendo vídeo em português, é porque realmente, final de ano, né, com comemorações de Natal tudo mesmo, eu tive que escolher um pouco do tempo que eu tinha livre e reduzir aí um pouco. Eu devia ter feito um vídeo em português, mas ontem não deu. Eu ia fazer ontem, mas não tive tempo. Mas vou voltar a fazer pelo menos 2 ou 3 vídeos semanais em português, tá? Realmente eu também estou um pouco chateado que a comunidade BR não está ajudando, né? Não está se inscrevendo no canal, assistindo os vídeos. Tem a percentagem de gente em inglês seguindo o canal é muito maior comparado às comunidades do que o BR. Back to English. Sorry guys, I just wanted to talk to one of my subs that speaks in Portuguese, and it's that I kind of separate the two things, né? The Portuguese content is another channel, and I didn't have the time to post content in the two language. It's just more because I don't have all the time. I really wanted to have that time, but I don't have it. Let me just, I still didn't share my stream on Discord. Let me just do it here by compiling the link and go there to Discord. You guys have to hang out there, and also I have a Discord server that it's here on the description. You can see it. Please join there so we can talk more when you want, and also about other things. It's not just about Volcano Anatomia. We can talk about any other game. So I will just go here to post it so other people can see it. The streams here. Okay. So I will only be here for 30 minutes more because I have to leave and go to my mother-in-law house. but I wanted to do this stream so we can talk more about things. And well, let's just go back there to the shop of the new event and talk about more about other things. Frey is a good character as well, and if you guys want to ask anything, you can do. Let me just go here. It's actually catching up with the stream. So let me see if here. So I'll go here, clear all notice. And you guys saw that we got another version as well that fixed the party assist problem. It was very nice because it was kind of some people still didn't able to fix it just by going and doing that thing that I said on my video. There was people still not able to use the potential the party assist thing. It's not appearing anymore. My commentary. Let me just say something here. Yeah. The last question's done. Can you do it again? Because there's this problem with catching and something when I reply to you guys, but after some time the question disappears here, just because I move it out from the video. So here, let's just talk about Frey, Snow Maiden, and Frey. Well, this Frey here is I don't even know what lightning this sword fighter. She uses small swords, and she's from the lightning elements. It's very strange for her to be from lightning elements. I thought she would be from Holly. And you see that they have very similar things, but she actually increases all status of all allies and increases resistance to status elements, just like some of the past mages we got, like you may also do this. And then we have this other thing that increases Purified Gouge on the start of your turn. This is the worst thing on her kit, because increasing Purified Gouge on the start of the turn, it's something that kinda we had this on very old characters. Usually we always have 3 passives that are more important than this, and this one here falls flat. But she has this very strange thing here, Happy Christmas. She uses 1 attack to grant 1 attack to all allies on the next turn, but I don't know what's the cooldown of this. But it seems interesting. If your other characters are better than her, they will probably be. This can potentially get their more damage. It's interesting. And this bow is very good. About this sword, it's very strange. It's a commemorative thing. So this sword here, and let me see, it's a different thing. You see that increases physical attack and defense of all allies and greatly heals the party. It doesn't say that increases defense and mag defense or mag attack. So it's very different, probably. It doesn't say that it gets more uses with leveling up. I really think this is strange. Increase damage dealt by a number of times you taken damage. I think this passive is also not so bad. Especially on fights where there's AoE damage. So can you guys say something here on the comments, so I can see if it's working. Wait some minutes, guys. But yeah, there's very strange things going on with YouTube right now. Yeah, now I'm back. I can see the chat box again. Let me search for the information here. When the game events will slow down. Slasher Dread. Hey Slasher Dread, sorry for the wait. Thank you for coming to this stream. Carlos De Leon, when the game events will slow down. Guys, I think in 2 or 3 months the events will slow down. Because they are getting very close to Japanese version, and they are on 3 times speed. meaning on 3 times speed. On the worst, we will reach Japan in something like 4 or 5 months, and as fast as possible it will be around 3 months. So I think 2 or 3 months we will get a slowdown. It's good because it's kind of tiresome for most people. So let me search for more questions. Is this new Lenneth the best archer in the game for global? Dark Sonic Blue is asking. It's not exactly the best, but the best utility is. But I want to get back to Platina so I can discuss this again. But actually, this no Lenneth is better because she has 2 elements and she works very similar to Eventide Hakure, but she just uses bows. The thing is that Platina has very good generation of Purified Gouge, and she also has a very interesting thing that she gets 7 attacks all the time. Let me just get to her passives, and you see also another thing is that she can use staves as her sub-weapons. She doesn't need to be equipped with the 3 bows. 1-in-1 bow as a main and 2 staves makes her a very good build. You see that all of her attacks sends the enemy juggling and also Medic Based. And her passive is very good. She also has the same thing as that Ray. Increase auto status and resistance to status elements. Having a full party of this type of stuff will just help you dealing with some special bosses. And you can see here that she increases her attack count by 1 every time the Purification Gouge is on 1. It's very easy to have this sacrifice. Now she also has this 2. Healing is not that good, but it's still usable. She also has to change her AS assist. I think she needs to get it to AS burst, but can be done later. But I think Snow Lenneth is a little more useful because of the 2 elements and burst damage as well. But Platina, when dealing normal attack, will do more damage than Snow Lenneth. But on burst damage, Snow Lenneth does more damage. They 2 are very comparable. Then this Platina is also very good to have. The problem is that you have to summon for her alongside Lucian. Let me see for more questions. Is it worth to farmers just a bit overwhelming at times, especially on holidays? You probably slow down soon once we merge with Japanese servers. Vintage is saying this. I don't know if we will fuse with the Japanese servers. I don't think that Square Enix did this thing on other games, so that's why I'm not so sure if this will happen. But if this indeed happens, I don't worry about it. It's even better for the continuity of the game. But, well, if it happens, we'll have to deal with it. One simple question I have is how the works of different type of hammers and why are one for each type of weapon. X-Slasher Dreaded, let me answer this. It's just that you get a little more experience by using the correct type of hammer. Using sword hammers on swords will give you a little more experience. But it's 50% increase. My weapon system is working today. Yeah, it do go. Yeah, it's working for everyone because this new update fixed this. I don't know if it still crashes when you go to potential force and then go back here. I don't know if it still does that. I just rolled it for Bright Platina and now this, my wallet's crying. Yeah, Carlos de Leon, it's a little bad, but at the same time it's good because you have 2 very nice bow users that will probably hang you for a lot of time. I don't know if there's that many other bow users good on the short term. We will have Demon Alfio, it's a very good bow user. We also have another version of Loki that also uses bows. He's also good. And then just a recent character in Japan is a good bow user. So you don't have that many other characters to appear, so you don't have to replace her so soon. Vintage is saying on tier list, Maiden Lenneth F is best archer on this point in time. Yeah, on this point in time, she's the best, but Platina still has something on her own. At least when doing normal damage, normal attack damage, she will be better. But on burst damage, Snow Lenneth F is better. So my wallet dead. Armorus is saying, yeah, I don't even have a wallet, guy. An idea when we can expect Awakened Lenneth in the new Lizard? Udvugo is asking. Actually, guys, I do think they will appear in something like 3 weeks. And unfortunately, it's true, and they will come. Three characters will come just after one another. It is Mad God Lizard, a very strong character. Then we will have Awakened Lenneth, and then we will have Knight Alicia. The three characters have events that happen one after another. So the developers will wait one of them to finish to start the another, but they will appear one after another. And the three characters are very good characters and characters that everyone wants to have. So prepare your wallets if you want them. This will be a very intense week, and they keep being strong for quite some time. How many tickets will you use on Archer Land? And some Japanese streamers use it around 800 to get the character. I have 130 actually, so I'm not so sure. I will probably use them all, but I will try to just get some more experience on my characters and see if I can get some more gems. If I get to 30k gems, I will spend all my silvers because I can guarantee to someone other character with gems in the future, but not her. I don't want to use my gems on Snow Lenneth, especially because yeah, I like her, but she can wait more. But the thing is, she's more difficult to get in the future than even Awakened Lenneth or the other characters that will appear. So getting her now is something that I want to get. You can see that when I go here to Divine Weapons Summon, I still have like 130 tickets. You can summon with tickets here. Another thing, guys, don't summon for this banner here. This is a trap banner. Hero Valley banner. This is one of the worst banners we had so far. Silver-haired bride. Let me click here to see how many silver tickets I have. I have 131. Yeah. I will probably use like 50 here just to test the waters and see if something happens. If something happens, not here actually on Snow Lenneth F banner. If I do get her, maybe I will do some more gems with tickets, keep going on, or I will have to just keep it because I can use gems. I don't have that many gems. You still will get some gems before the end of the year. So guys, I fixed some stuff. My PayPal donation page was giving a wrong link, so I fixed it. And this is Christmas. If you guys can or want to support the channel, you have two links just on the description, and one is for my Patreon, and the other one is for my PayPal. And I'll be doing some new stuff with my Patreon. I had a tier where you could just appear on the end of my videos, and now you just get this to all donators that support me by Patreon. So all my videos will have this. You can do this on YouTube. It will be retroactive. So even my first video will appear my donators on my Patreon. So I think it's a very nice reward to get to see that you're supporting the channel, and everyone you see that you are supporting the channel. It's something that keeps getting me to make videos because I think I said it before, Valkyrie Anatomia is not that popular, so creating content for Valkyrie Anatomia kinda hinders me, and I'm actually losing subscribers right now because I think not many people are playing the game on just close to Christmas or stuff. And also I don't know if we're getting more players than we are losing, and this is a little worrisome, but not enough for us to think that the game will end or something. I think they have a planned agenda for this game. Because like someone said here, maybe they will merge with the Japanese version, and even if they don't, they have a planned agenda for here, and they kind of respect the franchise. There's one thing that I get happy with Wonder Planet is that they respect the franchise. Even though they had to just do a lot of content to reach Japan as soon as possible, they do respect the franchise. You see that Star Ocean ended service when they were doing their first anniversary, and it was like hell. People were playing the thing and they were just doing anniversary, and the game will end on anniversary. It was very bad. And this happened with another game I played. Valiant Force recently closed their service based on this. And well, that game, guys, one day I will talk more about the game. because that game was very, very awesome. They had the sound composer for Final Fantasy Tactics attached to the project. The game was very, very nice, very well planned for a mobile game, but they couldn't handle some stuff like server handling. They did have like 8 servers to share, to divide the community. There was a lot of problems with how they handle whales and premium stuff, and that game ended because of that. But I did support the game for quite a lot of time, and just like on that time, and it's happening here again, I don't get support by the developers, and a lot of games do support content creators. On Last Claudia, I quit Last Claudia, but they do support content creators with money and also free stuff from the game. I don't get nothing with Walker Anatomia, and it's probably because of Square Enix. And I'll talk about this later because there's something behind the scenes that you guys don't know. That I was just waiting for something to change, and it's also related to why I stopped doing reviews. So you guys remember when I asked my subs to comment on Facebook that I was in need to get my chances to testing characters. So we asked it on Facebook if the developers could give me access to characters I could make more reviews without having to reroll. Because when I had to get a character to do a review, I have to reroll on a new account because I can't summon the character. And I was just spending like 8 hours to get the character sometimes, because the first summon has lower chance to summon, and it was before we got better chances, and it was just driving me crazy. And then we asked if we could get access to character to do reviews. But it was just a very long discussion with Wonder Planet. It's not their fault, okay? I'm not blaming them, but it simply didn't work because of how they would have to handle it. So that's why I couldn't keep going on with that reviews, because rerolling for those characters was just insane. I was thinking about asking the community to reroll and help me reroll the characters to do reviews, but it's not so easy to ask the community to do things. No, I'll talk about this later. Let me just check here if there's more questions. Does the game rerun events? Dark Sonic Blue is asking me. I've authorized scripted events because I was so overwhelmed with how much events we are running on the same time. Dark Sonic Blue, actually, Japan rerun some events. Arbiter Hearst event got a rerun, so Eventide Heartbreak probably as well, and Kokuyo as well. But if you missed that events, you can still watch how they unfold by watching my videos. I have all the event videos, so you can at least watch them again. But they may come back in the future. One question that I have, see you defeating the 100,000 boss of Potential Force, and I did a team that was very, as yours, why is more good of a craft a team that is not full of the elemental weak? Why is more good to craft a team that is not full of the elemental weak? Just because Leon and Argreen are staples on my squads. Argreen will reduce the damage output, and Leon will always heal back, so I don't have to use 4 characters. I can use Leon with Veltlight to buff my 2 damage dealers, and I have a tank to reduce the incoming damage all the time. You will soon understand when playing this game too much that you only need 2 damage dealers, and sometimes you only need 1. So 2 other slots are for supportive. A tank and a healer works very well. So Santiago Parodi, I got Arbiter Hearst and Halloween Queen with silver tickets. Yeah, I also got Freya when the game started, and she came to me with a silver ticket. Bro, when is Mad God Lizard coming? I have 42k gems, Dragon is Sable. So, hi Dragon is Sable, I was good to see you here. Actually, I think in 3 weeks or something, I'm very close to this. In less than a month, Mad God Lizard will probably appear, or if it's not him, it will be Awaken Lenneth, or it will be Ignite Alicia, but you can expect it. Did you roll for your free summon of the day? No, today no. I'm recording all my rolls, so I can simply do another video for you guys to watch. Do you guys want me to do this right now? If so, you can just say here on the comment. Not even a 6-star weapon this moment from the 3-day summon. I got 2 artifacts already, and 1 6-star weapon, and 2 days I got 5 stars. So I think it's very good rates. There was this day that I was using my reroll accounts. I'm using this reroll accounts to get some characters, so I can just record their stories. And yesterday I used 8 accounts, and all 8 accounts had a 6-star on the 3-day summon. That was insane. So some people were are arguing that it's 3% chances, but it may be 5 sometimes. I'm not so sure. It's either 3 or 5%, but they are not being dishonest with people, because the very first summon here, the normal banner is 3%. You guys go here to normal divine weapon, you will see that the common rate for the game is actually only 3%. When you go here on drop rates on normal divine weapon, you see that it's 3. It's just that every time they raise it to 5, and then there's this step of things and other stuff. So they are not being dishonest with us. I'm pretty sure of this. But they didn't want to disclose 3% if it's 3%, just to avoid people saying that it's not much and such things. Exuvia, hello, I'm French. Sorry if my English is weird. I'm glad someone like you is here to give us Vocar Anatomia content. Keep up the good work with your channel growing. Thanks, Exuvia. I try my best. I'm also not an English speaker. I did learn it just by watching TV series, films, and then playing RPGs, especially by playing RPGs. When I was a kid, actually, I was always writing stuff that I didn't know, and I would just get to my teacher and ask her, what does this mean? What does this other thing mean? And she would help me. I also got one dictionary on school, and I was just trying to translate things from games so I could understand. So my English is getting better with time. So when I replay some games, I sometimes get some things that I didn't notice. Let me see. Luis Carlos Oliveira. Let me answer em português again. No site Japa não tem o status do Magic Golders, que já foi lançado na versão Japa há muito tempo. Quando em inglês, okay. So I can answer in English. And there's no status of Mad God Lizard, being that he was released alongside. Let me explain something about Game 8 site. So Game 8 had some players that was just updating that site, but they quit the game. After some time, they quit. Was close to the second generation or something like that. There was a period of time that most of the people that updated Game 8 quit it. So when they get back, they start updating stuff, but some things didn't get updated. But it's very strange that Mad God Lizard is something that is not updated, because I do remember that the third generation has a lot of people working on that site. So probably something that didn't work. But Mad God Lizard is simply a 2-element thing, and he uses fire and dark, and he can inflict status ailments, so he's a beast. I got Alice yesterday, nice. I will just try to do this soon then, or we can just, yeah, let me just go on top. Let's see if we can get some good stuff on this ticket. One more question, you think Square bring another Star Ocean to mobile? In the future, probably, yes. But let me say something here, I don't think gacha games will live forever. There's some great stuff on... Oh, there's quite a lot of things that didn't get here. So there's a lot of gray area on gacha games, and in my knowledge, I don't think gacha games will live too much. I think probably in the next 5 years they will die or change because of how people are trying to shut them down. EA just got some very problem with some loot boxes, and gacha is just boxes with a different cape. But I do think, yeah, Star Ocean will come back, especially because the company that owns Tri-Ace now is a company that handles mobile things. So yeah, probably. But right now, there's no Star Ocean working on Japan. The Star Ocean Aminis is very strong on Japan. They recently have the Persona 5 collaboration, so it will work well for them. I don't think that the game will shut down soon. But even if that one doesn't end, they can still have 2 games with the name Star Ocean on mobile. I don't think that it will happen with Valkyr Profile, because Star Ocean is more popular than Valkyr Anatomia or even Valkyr Profile. So we got the ticket. Let's just do on roll here so we can see if we have lucky just by having a live stream going on. I will just click here. Let's see if we get something good. Now, But sometimes you know that it appears like being blue, but you still get yellow. You see it just right now. I got 2 yellows. You see, I'm getting very lucky with Ozone. Whoa! Iron green. Oh, that was pretty awesome, guys. So you guys gave me luck now. Whoa. Another thing that they didn't say is just that we can get more weapons this time. Even that weapon from Blessing Seal Media event, we can get that weapon. It's a very good weapon and we can get here. I got that one with a reroll account. Lower chance of being blinded or cursed. I don't care about this stuff. Blinded or cursed. Shit. Just a statistic. But I don't care because I got Iron Green and Artifact. I can save this. It's Iron Green F. It's not the normal Iron Green. Okay, we can get gems from getting him. We can do this right now. A new console for Valkyrie Profile. It's probably very hard to get, just because Tri-Ace, as they are shattered. There's not many of the original developers on Tri-Ace anymore. That's why this game was developed by Doki Doki. And also the Star Ocean, they say it's developed by Tri-Ace, but there's a lot of new blood there as well. And to make a Star Ocean, they will have Valkyrie Profile. They will have to reunite some people, and it's maybe troublesome. Valkyrie Anatomia has some of the original people involved, but I don't know. They will have to reunite people to make it work. But we still have some hopes because Doki Doki Groove Works, that the company that does Valkyrie Anatomia, it was hiring people like 6 months ago and something like that, and they were working on a PS4 game. So working on a PS4 game means that it's an RPG, probably. But they lost their chance to announce something because Valkyrie Anatomia Profile anniversary was just like 2 days ago, and they didn't release any announcement. I will just keep here, guys. I'll post the story later. So I don't have much time to stay here, and let me see if there's more questions. Rennie, hola. Are you ready? Got another Yume. Yume is very good, Omar. She's one of the best ice mages in even now, because we don't have that many ice mages. This one is my first and last gacha game. I'm only interested because I love the franchise, but man, I hate the mechanics. Yes, Santiago, it's not my first gacha game, but it's probably because, like I said on one of my vlogs, I only started because I was just going too many times to bank to do deposits or something, or like sometimes, I don't know what's the word for it on English, when you have to send things to other states and you use the service. Here on Brazil it's called Correios, something like that. And I was just, my work just asking me to be away from my house many times on a day, so that's why I started playing RPGs on mobile phones. I started playing Kenko games. I don't know if you guys played any of the Kenko games. They are just underdogs, but some of them are not so bad. But when I finished some of them, I just got too repetitive, and I was searching for some, and I got to gacha. So let's see here. Congrats, I really want to. Thanks, guys. Nice luck. Yeah, now I have the 2 Iron Greens. Yeah, this Iron Green app is very low. When is first anniversary on this game? It's on April. On April, this game will have reached 1 year anniversary. Wanna pull for a Nier Automata collaboration? Dragon Sable is asking me. No, I don't care about collabs. I actually hate them. Sorry about the word, but I don't really like collaborations because I think they are way too out of place. It's like, I don't know, I like the interior stories, and I think that too many collaborations are hindering us on the point. So they are making more stories about characters that appear out of nowhere on this world, instead of creating new interiors. That is the thing that I like the most, that their stories are the things that keeps me on the game. But when they keep releasing collaborative characters, at least on Japan, we stopped getting collaborative characters. they get awful stories to just try to integrate them on this world. Doesn't even matter because they are never in this world. They are out of place all of the time. I don't think that there's one single story that I like it from a lot. Maybe the last one was not so bad. Actually, I like it the collab story with Crash Fever. Killing has a very nice story. The better Arne Green Dark Sonic Blue is the Arne Green without the F. Without the F, okay? The normal Arne Green is the tank one. The other one is damage, and the damage for the other one is very bad. Let me search for it. This Arne Green is the one that you have to use. Bayonetta, you got me there. Bayonetta, you got me there because Bayonetta is a very cool character. I don't mind that much about Bayonetta. But still, I should just follow my own advice and skip her. I still prefer to get Valkars. Yeah, I'm getting Nachi to max level. I have some characters I'm reaching level max just so I can get their gems. Bayonetta is also very nice. I saw the video about Bayonetta. It's very nice. The best character for Christmas on New Year will be Creation Lenneth. Yeah, New Year, probably Creation Lenneth. Because I don't know if you guys know, but every 1 of January they release a new version of a character that kind of breaks the game. It's not break the game exactly. They introduce a new generation. The first character from the first New Year was original Hakori. And then the second one was Creation Valkyrie. She introduced the second generation. Creation Valkyrie. And then the third one was Eventide Hakori. She introduced the third generation. And the fourth was Awakening Lenneth. So introduced what will be called the fourth generation, but we don't call that way because the first Hakori didn't change too much of the power creep on the game. So they skip it, but actually will be the fourth generation because there's 3 years and some months on Japan already. Hey Earth collab. The best card for Christmas New Year. Okay. There's Bayonetta artifact in Japanese. Yeah, it's well done. It's very well done. They even seem to be added some enemies from that game. Remember that also I think I don't remember which was the collab. I think it was Bravely Default. We also had a very different boss that had a different animation. It was very nice. It was a monster with a human head. It was very nice. Healing, yeah, it's still useful. I still like healing when I get the chance to use her. I will probably just use my soul sublimation on her, but I don't think it matters too much for healing, sadly. You have to have very high normal status to that matter, because it only increases 25% of your status. If it's low already, 25 or something very low, it's not worth. But she's on level max here. I could just get some talismans to get more attacks for her. I don't want to use Yggdrasil branches, but if I do get some hands in talisman, I wouldn't matter try to get her better. But she get replaced easily most of the time by Pyro. Pyro is pretty ugly, but he's bad. He's not bad, he's very good. You can see his status is way better. What games I'm playing besides VA? I'm playing Valkar Profile original game. Actually, I said on some past videos that I'm doing a different type of content, and I couldn't finish it yet because it takes way more time than I was expecting because of edit and some stuff. But I'm doing. I don't know if I can compare this to other channels, but I'm trying. I will do a video to try to explain design decisions about a game and how it works. And it's not exactly a review, but it's more of a video explaining the decisions the developers take to make a game and how it worked or not, and how the community loved the game and things like that, and curiosities about games and some type of this stuff. I will also do reviews in the future. But the last game I was playing, I tried to play the game yesterday, was Saga Scarlet Grace. It's a pretty awesome game, but very strange at the same time. Not many people will like that game. I'm a very fan of the Saga series. Saga Frontier 1 and 2 are one of my favorite games of all time. Not on the top 10 probably, but very close to it. The best mages right now. Which are the best mages right now? Probably that last version of Elite, Shackled Elite. Um, Ethereal Queen is a very nice mage. Besides that, I don't exactly remember the best ones we got because we don't get many mages in this game. There's not many mages in this game at the same time. Don't care about the Christmas Freya because she's not so good. She's more supportive than damage. Yeah, I don't think there's that many good mages. Tyro is a good one. Scholar Mistina is very close to the same potential of Tyro. Tyro is just a little less. Is Fengarden Green better than both Arngreens, and it depends on the situation? Fengarden Green is a beast. He's better than in every regard than the normal Arngreen. He's just like normal Arngreen combined with claws and with damage. You can't compare them because it's a league higher than the other Arngreens. Valhalla Assault, yeah guys, we're still on Christmas, but Valhalla Assault still didn't appear. I'm waiting for Valhalla Assault to happen so I can use my trial premium ticket to speed up things. I know that I don't really like collaborations, guys, but what collaboration are you guys expecting? Scarlet? What do you mean by Scarlet? Who's Scarlet? So I will probably have to leave in some minutes because I have to go to my mother-in-law house and do some stuff there for Christmas. But do you guys have any other questions or something? We'll do some more. I think I'll do one more live tomorrow. I'm just doing lives as well to try to see if I can get some support. Like I said, I will do some new things with Patreon. So everyone that helps me, you can help me with starting with $1 on Patreon, and then you have your name on the end of the videos. And then that's something that I want to do because I said on the past live stream that even now, after being a YouTuber for 6 months, almost on 8 months, I still didn't get a cent from YouTube. But I'm very close to it, but I probably need $10 more. So if you want to help me using the super chat option, you also help me. Sadly, I'm only saying here on the end of the thing, if I do get $10 more besides my revenue from ads, I will probably be able to withdraw $100 for my 8 month of activity on YouTube. Yeah, that's right. You know, guys, that 1,000 subscribers still not so high for revenue, or even it's not, the problem is not even the number of subscribers, it's more about the number of views usually, but the number of views is not so impressive yet. I do have like 15, almost more than 10 videos recorded, but I'm just trying to edit some stuff, and I will just start releasing them by 2 days from now. There's a lot of new videos coming up about all the specific mechanics of the game. I'm just trying to explain the best way I can without also having too many edits because that's too much time consuming. But be releasing a lot of tutorials, a lot of things that some people still don't understand. There's a quite a strange thing about the Divine Transfer that not many people understand, and it makes some weak people win against some whales. Some people see the results of Divine Transfer and they say, "Well, how could I win against this person?" And yeah, you can win against some strong people with Divine Transfer if you do follow some things, but the video will come later. I hope it can help people. Let me see here. Dragon Sable. No, Saga Scarlet Grace was released this month, like 2 weeks ago, and I already played the PC version. And it's not very costly because the game is a PS Vita port, so the game has very simple graphics, I could say. I don't care about graphics if the story is good, if the mechanics are good. And the game is very, like I said, very strange when you start playing the game, but then you soon end up thinking, how can this game be so good? And it's very, very good. I also played Indivisible in the last month, but I didn't have the time to finish it. Not because I didn't want to, I want to finish it, just that I didn't have the time. Dirty Dirty Soul 50 Ward is saying, I hope Velvet comes to Global. Sorry, Global will only appear after, I think, only if the new Tales games, Tales of Historia, gets to Global. And they are saying only mid 2020, and it will take quite a lot of time. If she comes to on this date or something like that, she will come buffed at least. But still, not so important. We will have more characters of the original Volcar Profile series, and not better duplicates like all the versions that we have, all the variations of Volcars and God. So yeah, Japanese version got Jun and Jail. Jun and Jail. These two characters are also from the original game, and they were very at least Jun was very asked, I think, because Jun was very popular. Jail not so much. But I'm very not impressive by Jun. I saw the trailer for Jun on the Japanese version, and it's not so good. You know that Jun has a lot of hits, and in Valkyrie Anatomia he doesn't. He also is a great sword user. Yeah, guys, great sword user. No, doesn't make sense. Let me see. Slayer. I have a lot of friends that were friends of Slayer. Bayonetta. Yeah, Bayonetta is just impressive. One of very interesting designs I ever saw for a woman in games, but she is a little off on the provocative thing, a little sexy, like people could say. But at the same time, she's not exactly that old trope about girls. She's a little comparable to like Black Widow, I think, on the type of design. But at least she has personality, I think. 2B, yeah, 2B is very popular. 2B sells games, guys. Near collaboration, I don't know why they still haven't done it, because a lot of games get a lot of revenue by doing near collaborations, because just how popular Nier is. Which character is better from Kokuyo to Arbiter Hurst? Kokuyo is better than Arbiter Hurst. Arbiter Hurst is more versatile, but Kokuyo does way more damage than Arbiter Hurst. But the only thing that Kokuyo loses to Arbiter Hurst is on Purify Attack. Purify Attack, Arbiter Hurst is better. Hi, Hiram Silva. What does the bonus crystal mean on the Divine Transfer screen mean? Dark Sonic Blue, it just means that just by transferring your characters, you get more experience drop of your crystals. Let me just do something here. In the App Store, it costs 24 USD, so not free. What is? Yeah, the Scarlet is not free. Scarlet Grace can be played on a lot of systems, even Switch, PS4, PS Vita, PC, and iOS and Android. But it's a game that has like very much replay value, especially because you have 4 protagonists and you can start the story with any of them, and you have like 80 recruitable characters on the game. That's almost like sweet coding, but you can have everyone because some characters don't join some protagonists. Is Creation Valkyrie DPS unit? Yeah, Creation Valkyrie is one of the few characters in the game that can be used with any element. You can actually use any element with Eventide Hakure if you want, but she was not designed for that. Eventide Creation Valkyrie was actually designed to use any element she wants. Even if her potential forcing suggests that she's from the ice element, she doesn't lose too much by using other elements. Besides her, I don't think there's too many characters that are designed to have multi-elements. I think the original Elite was also designed to use any elements that she wants, even though one of her attacks is dark. It's just because all of her boosters are boosters of attack and not boosters of specific elemental damage. Her potential force is also from the dark, but she can still be useful. It won't lose too much damage when using other elements. I'm just asking, is there any version of Hell available as a character in the game, or the game's not to the point yet on the Japanese version? Siski Boti. Hell's only on Japanese version so far. And if you are curious about the Hell character, you can watch the story. I posted all the story from the game, and you can see on my channel one of the last videos explaining a lot of the Hell character that you can understand. It's very interesting. One of the reasons why I keep playing this game is just because the story here is not bad. It's actually very interesting. And most gacha games have bad stories. Last Closure that I was playing actually has an interesting story for some points, but I can't play a game that asks me to get back to it every 4 hours, and the grinding is insane, and it won't get worse with time. Anatomia has a very bad grinding as well, but you can decide the moment in your day that you have to play it. On Last Closure you have 5 orbs that replenish every hour, and then you have to use these orbs to enter this event stage, and then you have to log in every 4 hours to do it, and if you don't do it every 4 hours you won't get the best rewards, and this is why I don't really like to do this type of stuff. I deal with anxiety, guys, and this game makes me anxious too much. Still waiting for Janus from the original card profile. He will probably appear as well. I remember Janus being way too similar to Belenos. Their design, their clothes are very similar, so they can probably just use Belenos, change something, and make it Janus. He will probably appear. I don't like Kokuyo because of AoE attacks if everybody would fight. Yeah, vintage. I didn't like Kokuyo as well when I was just always building my Purified Gouge. But the thing is, if you have premium and you want to farm, insanely farming, means that having Kokuyo just speed up things. Even on Seraphic, having her as a lead makes, if you have characters that also build crystals, makes less grinding time. She will help you if you have premium and you just unlock the overkill option. So she will kill all enemies in one turn, and your other characters will just help her get multiple crystals. So in one turn is enough to get past through it. But if you really need the Purified Gouge, she's bad for that. It's difficult to hear you when the characters are striking enemies. Sorry, I had reduced the volume of the game, but I will reduce it even further. Important question. For almost half a year I can play the Anatomia on Nox F player. The game just crashes all the time. I can play only on BlueStacks, but Nox is better with farming macros. Actually, BlueStacks is very nice for macros. Maybe you were using a very old version of BlueStacks, and if you guys want to know, there's very easy to use BlueStacks with macros. I even built one. I will show you guys here. I know that it's a great area to talk about macros, but sorry, Anatomia kind of obligated me to do this because I don't have all the time in the world to play the game. So we'll just show you guys here my macro for cleaning up my rainbow keys or these items here. Let me just see if there's still something worth on this list. This is worth, okay. Worth. I will just go to my first page here and turn on one of my macros. I'm still learning how to use them, but let me just go there. I will just turn it on here. So I'm not operating the game, guys. BlueStacks is doing this for me. BlueStack is just deleting these rainbow keys randoms here. I can also do some auto farming by using this when I don't have the time. So people with the PC can just, BlueStacks have it, but it has to be one of the newest versions of BlueStacks. I know that Nox had it for quite a lot of time, but BlueStacks works very well, I think. And also, Nox was very bad when running Anatomia for me. At least with my PC didn't handle it well. I'm kinda saving for Nameless Flower Sina. I'm not even sure if she's good. No, she's a second generation character. She's not as good. My BlueStacks don't have a recording function. How can you do it? You have to update your app, Dragon Sable. I really like I didn't test macro before. I don't think I did it. I had it. I have to just click here again because I didn't manage to keep doing it. If you guys also go to my Discord channel, I will try to explain better how I use macros now. But it's like 3 weeks ago when I started using this type of stuff. And I just because I want to play other games at the same time as I run Volcarnotomy on the background, and it kind of saved me way too much time. The macro did something wrong here, but sometimes it just because your page is not on the exact same place as it was before. But there's a lot of good things that BlueStacks can do for you, and it runs the Volcarnotomy again pretty well. Dark Sonic Blue, last question for the stream. One of the friend selection screen, what does the two arrow on the bottom right mean on the character? There's two arrow there. This is one of the videos that I did that I will post later. The arrow from up means that you're following this person. The arrow from bottom means that this person is also following you back. And I'm not so sure about this part, but I think that if you have the two arrows, it means that you get the heart faster. But once you get the heart full, you can use the full power of this character because of this person. All characters this person uses. Because when you are using a stranger, you can't use this stranger on full potential. You have to get the heart to max. You have to follow it. How can you upload faster? You mean how can you just get more ranks on Divine Transfer? You have to be placed higher. You have to aim for like 300 top to get very fast climbings. So okay, you see now my gift box is cleaned. And I have to use macros now. I just see that it's very nice to use. Saves me a lot of time. So guys, I will be leaving now. So thank you all for coming here and watching the stream. We'll probably do one by tomorrow. I will try to warn you guys before this one I did. I just only warned like 1 hour and a half before the stream started. You have to get us a day to do streams, so that you guys all know when I'm doing streams. But we'll do this in the future. So once more, if you want to support the channel, there's links here. You can use the super chat for YouTube. You can also use the PayPal and donate both on Brazilian reals. You can also donate on using US dollars. There is also my Patreon page that I'll be making it even better in the future. And that's it. Any other thing? I think. Thanks for the stream. Thanks, Guy, for coming. Just waiting to see if there's anything else. Bye, guys. Merry Christmas for you, everyone. I hope you guys have a very special Christmas with your family, with everyone you love, and have a wonderful day. Thanks again, and we see each other on the next live stream. Bye.